I'm just going to whiz through some of my sketchbooks in this video, just to give you a flavour of what's in there. I don't start a sketchbook and go through it to the end and finish it. I use lots of different sketchbooks at one time because they all have different types of paper. These are actually done in a different sketchbook, but put in here because at the time I was doing a course on faces and florals. That's just some reference photos there. So working through this particular course, we were looking at some of the sort of grandmasters and studying their approach to portraits, and particularly light and how light falls on the face. So you'll see repetitions of the same face showing up. Different media. There's charcoal. This is pan pastel, graphite. I think that's probably it for that sketchbook. So if you were here at Spring Fling, you'd be able to look through these sketchbooks and just see, you know, things that I have been doing over the years. Sometimes you get pages of ideas rather than drawings. Sometimes I'm studying a specific idea, so this is looking at 1950s patterns and designs. A little study of heraldry there. Sometimes these exercises are in my sketchbook because they're from a course that I've done, and just playing with some abstract ideas. Tonal studies, this is something that is very useful. I've just taken, I think, 2 or maybe 3 shades of grey pens and a dark, a mid and a light, so that I can study the tonal values of an idea or a place. So this is actually little studies of the same sort of concept of figures receding in the distance, but looking at different tonal ideas for colouring it, whether it's light at the foreground or light at the background. So 3 shades of grey is a very, very useful way of working out compositions. Some more of them there, and then we get into some and again, studying other painters. This is a painter called Edviga Fouvry. I think she's French or Belgian, and I was particularly inspired by a piece of hers, how she'd captured the distance, you know, this idea of a flat sea receding in the distance. And by doing a charcoal study of one of her paintings, it really helped me to understand how to create shapes to give that illusion. Art is all about problem solving. It's all about creating suggestions and illusions, and letting your brain fill in, you know, that shape of charcoal there is actually a dip in a wave on the sea. So it's fascinating to study other artists and see how they've solved those problems. That's that one. I think there's more seascapes and things in here. Again, more sort of some figure work. Studying other artists again. This is Bonnard, looking at one of his studies. He's definitely influenced my use of yellows. Bonnard uses a lot of, I think it's Naples yellow or Indian yellow, but yeah, I love the yellows in his paintings. Studies there, again more seascape studies. You see those cropping up a lot. Sometimes it's just too cold and windy to finish. That was just trying to capture the green of the hills at Port Logan. And then this is a sort of crossover really. This book is part sketchbook, part journal, so it's blurring the lines for me. Again, you can see I've done some colour studies. This is actually a set of paints, and I just wanted to see exactly what the colours look like on the paper. I've ended up doing some little studies of lichen on there, which is something that I find quite fascinating. These are composition studies and colour studies for some abstract pieces. Again, more lichen studies. And then collage studies. This is an exercise from a workshop that I did, as is that one. And then I've kind of followed that direction. I've done more sort of abstract pieces, which, to be honest, I could cut that out and frame it, you know, as it is. This actually relates to, or this page here, you can see that relates to my ice cube trays, which is something I'll show you later. I've come up with this, or I've read about it and developed my own idea of coming up with this way of keeping paints in an ice cube tray, which means that they're ready to go at any time. You don't have to squeeze them out or think about your colours, and it's been great. Little studies there of goddesses. And then we've got more sketches and studies here. Some of them lead on to paintings, some of them are just playing with colour. Dark stormy seas influenced that one. Little thumbnails again, just playing with ideas. And that's probably the most recent thing that I've done in my sketchbook there. So that's just a quick tour through a few of my sketchbooks, and hopefully when we are open again you'll be able to come and have a look for yourself. Thank you.